Homelessness is an issue that is right in front of our faces that a lot of us tend to ignore. Homeless support agencies around the UK have reported that more than 3,500 people slept rough in London alone last year. The homeless are 35% more likely to commit suicide, and the life expectancy of someone homeless is only around 42 years. The streets are a dangerous place to be. Homeless people are 13 times more likely to be a victim of violent crime than the general public, and 47 times more likely to be a victim of theft. Now let's hear what members of the public think.
Alcoholics and drug habits.
Drug habits.
Scary.
No money?
Redundancy.
Poor.
Creepy.
Stinky.
Poor?
Lonely.
Dirty.
Violent.
I actually feel a little bit sad, not gonna lie.
We met this guy called Tim. He gave us permission to film him as he has strong views on how the public treats most homeless people. Here's what he said.
So how did you become homeless?
I first became homeless when I was 17. I'm now 33. Due to both my parents, they were alcoholics, and I just couldn't cope at home. And I thought it'd be better to leave and try and get a place of my own. Yes, fine. So I went and I stayed at a night shelter in St Albans. And I've been on and off homeless since then, which is 15 years. On and off for 15 years. There's a lot of stigma attached to homelessness. Like people think that every homeless person is a drug addict or an alcoholic, when that's not a fact. It's a myth. I wish they'd put some of us on Mythbusters on the TV programme.
Probably buy food and water to live off.
It's dependent on the person, I guess. I've seen people take the money and go off and buy alcohol. It's different, it depends on the person.
I know that most homeless people do spend it on alcohol.
I'm not sure. I think it depends on the homeless person. Some homeless people probably find it hard to cope in a cold night and probably go and get, like a special brew or something like that.
Booze mostly.
Probably just spend it on food.
Spend it on alcohol.
Alcohol.
If you don't have a drug and alcohol problem, you're not classed as a vulnerable person. So if I was a drug addict or I had alcohol issues, then I'd get vulnerable person status, which means you get more points on the council.
Not all the time, because usually I don't have enough money myself, so I don't have money to give sometimes.
I'd rather give them food or a drink or something rather than money.
Yeah, if I had spare change, I would.
I wouldn't really give it to every single homeless person on the street.
No, I would not give them money.
Not generally, no.
Yeah, I would.
Maybe.
What are the general public's views sort of on you? Like, did you get any abuse or anything like that?
Well, in general, a lot of people are judgmental, but when they do stop and you get the opportunity to talk to them and explain to them, most people are quite giving. But you tend to find the people that are more giving are the people that have either got nothing themselves, or have been in burden themselves, or they've been in the same type of situation. But yeah, you do get abuse. In fact, last night I got a can of Coke just poured over me because some youngsters had thought it'd be funny pouring a can of Coke over a homeless person. 10 years ago, I had someone try to set fire to my tent. But yeah, I think people are generally afraid of homeless people. I don't know why. If I could change their views, I could. But me, I just get on myself, try and keep myself to myself. I find that's the best way. Yeah.
We don't pay enough attention to those who need help the most. They live in our country, they are humans just like us. They deserve as much respect. I'm not saying every homeless person is a saint, but every homeless person is a human. Treat them as you would like to be treated.